So, the Nomo has reverted to its human form and doesn't have any of its quirks. It's still under mind control, but it won't be as useful to Shigaraki anymore. You little punk-ass heelbot! Hey, there you go. At least you're not referring to me as an NPC anymore. At least I appreciate that. I'm gonna kill you! As Shigaraki raises his hand, and is about to touch Izuku with the Bad Touch Man. Yes, I stole that from Jello Apocalypse. With his Bad Touch Man quirk. And then the American user himself, Snipe, shoots Shigaraki in the legs, and only slight and made him only grab Izuku's shoe instead of his face, which disintegrates some of his disguise clothing. Which honestly he didn't really need since his hero costume is already like punk rock, and he would perfectly camouflage in it. But Izuku just thought, hey, better be safer than sorry. Safer than sorry. And his black boots get disintegrated. Disintegrated. Only having only having a shoe and a sock. Bright pink Hello Kitty socks exposed for the world to see. See, as Izuku was trying to take his socks off before anyone could see, and of course, President Mike just had to intervene. Whoa, kid! I didn't know you like Hello Kitty. Kitty, that's totally awesome, dude. As Izuku slowly turns his head to see Yamada's stupid face, as he knew that this would trigger him. He's the only other person that visits Granny's home besides Nezu. I'm gonna kill him. Yamada, I'm gonna kill you when we get back to the US campus as Yamada's loud voice traveled all over the stadium, and now everyone knows that Izuku wears Hello Kitty socks. Hello Kitty socks. Socks. Most of the girls snicker while the boys are just laughing their asses off along with a couple of villains that are still, you know, conscious. Conscious. As one of the villains says, that's pretty gay of you, as Izuku immediately just kicks him in the balls. Have a happy full recovery, sir, as the villain is holding his groin. Groin. Think twice before you disrespect me with that tongue. Tongue. And not in a bad way. That still sounds pretty, as Izuku kicked him in the ribs again. Not again. Again and again and again. Before the villain is fully off conscious on the ground. As All Might arrives late, whoopie-doo! Take care of this asshole. Asshole, as All Might says. Don't mind if I do. You mess with the one thing I care about. My students and my nephew. As All Might was about to get Shigaraki, but Kurogiri ported him, the Nobu, and himself out before All Might can do anything. Well, there's still a bunch of other villains I can take care of. No, you don't, Nezu commented. You need to take some rest. Rest because you're almost at your time limit, sir, as Nezu whispered this to All Might's ear. Fine. Now, go to the car, mister. Okay, Nezu. I guess I'm not the only one with the of a chain of a parental figure. Hey, Nezu's not my parental figure. What was that, sir? As Nezu kicked them in, punched them in the shins. Nothing. That's what I thought. So everyone is relatively fine. Fine. No one got seriously hurt. No one died, Izuku thought. Ah, things could have gone so much worse. What if someone, what if Aizawa died before he could get to him? As Izuku's having a panic attack of the what ifs. On the on the bus, Ida grabbed his hand, grabbed his hands to assure him that everything would be okay. And Izuku went along with it and calmed down. The next 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks were off due to the villain incident, and the school didn't have to want bad press, so the students get 2 weeks off. But before this, Aizo says, you all have to still train. Train. I don't care how you do it, but I know if you won't, and I'll personally visit you during the night, like a sleepless cat. Which sleep is what I really need right now. So go to your homes and train. As Lizelle goes into a sleeping bag to slumber. So Izuku has 2 weeks to himself. And what does he do with this valuable time? Well, he doesn't progress any. He doesn't. He doesn't do any progress with his and Ida's relationship. He goes to his one and only therapy source, Valorant, which Granny is not really in the mood right now to see Izuku self-deprecate himself. So Granny makes him go outside for like at least 3 hours per day, which he spends most of the time training with Ida. by going on a by going on the mile pacer test is a test where and yeah that going running, which they don't really talk about anything besides school, since Izuku is still nervous to talk about anything besides that. And now, as the 2 weeks are over, Izuku increases his stamina to give the old Chancla special, which he got installed into his hero suit as an emergency weapon. Chancla. Oh, it's the most dangerous weapon he has in his hero suit. More dangerous than the grenade launcher, which are made with Bakugo's explosions, nitroglycerin sweat. You might be wondering how the hell did Izuku manage to get Bakugo's nitroglycerin? Well, whenever Bakugo isn't looking, Izuku steals steals his sweat from his gauntlets and just puts it in a tube and asks Ahatume to make more grenades with it, which she proudly does because hey, it's an it's an extra credit just to make it's just a bit of extra credit for to make disposable hero stuff. Hero stuff. Now we go to where the shit is about to get real. As the bell as as the bell gets to be dismissed for lunch, suddenly a bunch of 1C and B students are standing in the front door of you get it, class 1A. As the leader of pack, Toshi Shinso is up front to confront class 1A. We declare war on class 1A, Hitoshi said with a confident demeanor. Oh, is that so? Well, well, bring the game on. Game on. I really love having true competition in matches. Ah, not any shit. Noob shit. Noob shit. Wait, you guys got the hero course? No, we're in general studies. Except class 1B. As Mono says, yes, we're so much superior than you. Then Kendo chops Monoma on the neck. Sorry about him. He insisted our class must go to this. No, 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 it's no problem. As Izuku turns back to Shinso. So, have you have any strategy to beat us? Do you have any knowledge of our quirks? Do you have any fighting experience? Do you know any martial arts? Do you even have any previous knowledge than us before we went to UA? As Shinso is like, no, no. And then tell me, how do you expect to beat us? We are on the top for a reason. We got here because of our strength and our determination during the entrance exam. Even an idiot like Denki and a pervert like Mineta got into UA by thinking a little bit smartly. For example, Mineta gunked up all the robots, while Kaminari, Kaminari electrified, made the robots short circuit in like a line. The electricity went everywhere to every robot. Even Hagakure got in, which she essentially has the power of a quirkless person. Of a quirkless person since she's invisible. Invisible. Visible. Even with her strength, she was able to get into Class 1A as Hagakure is blushing, but no one can see. Well, kind of. Her hands are covering her face, which the school uniform showing the sleeves, covering like the chin area. So, what makes you think you can beat us? As Hitoshi said, uh, 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 uh. That's what I thought. I suggest you go train and build a little muscle mass before the UA Sports Festival, which is in about in a week, so you're not gonna get much far. We got in here because of our hard work. Now get the fuck out of our classroom. As Class 1A applaud him, except Bakugo and Ida, which tried to de-escalate the situation. I'm sorry about him. Sorry about him. He's just very very blunt about things. Most things as the people outside of UA are stunned as Aizawa is smiling in his sleeping bag. Okay, this is the end of part 4 of What If Deku was Recovery Girl's grandson. So, you can clearly tell that I went far more into the Deku X Ida stuff this time. Yes, this was a ship in the beginning of the series. If you're realizing this just now, then either you're really dense or you believe in the tombmates of the roommates in archaeology sets. Anyway, bye and salute.